Okay, we're going to start, everybody. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. I want to begin by saying that I know that during the last few weeks, actions by the new administration, while it has created great uncertainty for many of our colleagues here at the university as well as at U of L Health. You have my commitment and that of the entire university administration that we will do all we can to keep everyone informed as communications and other information becomes available, as well as the fact that we are working very, very hard with our colleagues in government relations, with our state legislators, congressional delegation, other universities, and state and federal lobbyists to advocate for the mission of this university, the health system, as well as its people. I'm grateful to all of our colleagues who have supported faculty, staff, students, and patients as they have worked hard to determine the impact of these actions as well as the reactions to them. This has been, and most likely will continue to be, a very fluid situation, but we are indeed working together with much support from across the campus, the Commonwealth, and in Washington to advocate for the university and the health system and ensure our ability to continue to advance our most important missions. However, the goal of this annual town hall, well, it is to celebrate our university, and I do not want to lose sight of that. So many of our colleagues, well, have realized extraordinary achievements this past year. So if I may, let's turn towards achievement and celebrate our community. Again, to begin, I very much appreciate you all being here today, and hello to everyone who is watching this on live stream. Just a few days ago, I celebrated my 2-year anniversary as your president, and I can say these 2 years, they've simply flown by. My husband Trevor and I, he's here today, have truly fallen in love with the University of Louisville in Kentucky. And everywhere we have traveled, from Paducah to Pikeville, from West Louisville to Fern Creek, well, folks have been so very warm and welcoming to both of us and expressed how very deeply they care about this university. We indeed feel very, very much at home and members of Card Nation. But I can say that after 30 years in Michigan, I really thought we'd left the snow behind and the frigid temperatures of that northern land. But unfortunately, they seem to have followed us here. As you know, the semester got off to a bit of an unexpected start with our historic snowstorm, but I was so very impressed with how everyone came together to get us through it safely. My sincere thanks to our colleagues in Physical Plant, ULPD, the Delphi Center, and all of our student affairs and housing staff for supporting our campus and our students at the start of the semester. You were all simply amazing. And to our dedicated faculty, staff, and tremendous students, thank you so much for your flexibility as well as your cooperation. This university, well, it accomplished much in 2024, and it was truly a team effort by everyone involved. On the student success front, multiple historic records were set. This past fall, total enrollment was over 24,000. In fact, 24,123 Cardinals enrolled, a historic high for the university. Those students came from a variety of backgrounds, hailing from 117 Kentucky counties, 54 states and U.S. territories, and some 90 countries. Here are some more historic highs. Year one fall-to-fall retention was 81.5%. Year one fall-to-spring 2025 persistence is 94.1%. And that all points to great progress towards our goal of a 70% 6-year graduation rate. Enrollment for Pell-eligible, first-generation, and underserved students have increased as well, but not just for this past fall. Enrollment for these students groups, well, they've increased every year for the past 3 years. And also the university saw a 10% increase in military-connected student enrollment this past fall to 2,590 students. And yep, that's another historic high. Led by Provost Bradley and his team, these incredible and yes, historic results were achieved via implementing and investing in numerous initiatives that were innovative best practices. Advising was centralized. Academic and other student support services were strengthened. Transfer pathways, including a new partnership with KCTCS, were expanded. And the number of students who enrolled to take 15 credit hours every semester through our 15 to Finish program, well, it increased substantially as well. Additionally, the Border Benefit Program to neighboring states was enhanced. Our Cardinal Commitment Grant to increase scholarship funds for unmet financial need was expanded, and the Comeback Cards debt forgiveness program, well, it was rolled out. Implementing and investing in these innovative best practices, well, the result was indeed historic. And I want to thank Provost Bradley for his leadership and his team for their incredible commitment to making it happen. Gail Dupuy, Jim Begani, Bob Goldstein, Jenny Sawyer, and so many others, thank you for all you do to support our students and their success. Can we have a round of applause, please? Last fall, the university realized a significant jump in U.S. News and World Report rankings, climbing 16 spots, the largest increase of any university in the nation, and we were recognized again as a top 100 public university in the country. The university also experienced unprecedented success during the 2024 legislative session. With the support of the legislature, legislative leaders, and Governor Beshear, over $500 million, yep, that's billion with a B, was appropriated in support of U of L last year, including $260 million to build a simulation center and collaboration hub on our health sciences campus. Over $90 million to support much-needed renovations to our existing physical plant, like the Nat Sci building. And as you drive on Eastern Parkway, you can see the new engineering building getting closer and closer to completion each and every day. As I've said a number of times, these facilities, well, they will be game changers for our university. Our students continue to make us proud during 2024 with their outstanding work in the classroom, on the athletic fields, and in the community. I was so proud to be part of the big reveal this last February when our students announced that their Raise Red campaign received more than $500,000 in support to fight childhood cancer. Did you know that in its 11-year history, Raise Red has brought in more than $5 million in philanthropic support to beat pediatric cancer? That is truly incredible. And as a reminder to everyone, this year's Raise Red, well, it's right around the corner. So please support our students as they try to set another fundraising record. Speaking of incredible, it was another year of remarkable achievements in research for our university, highlighted by an announcement last summer that drew national as well as international attention. The Greenheart Project, led by Dr. Aruni Bhatnagar, and his research team at the Christina Lee Brown Environment Institute, is a complex, multi-year research project with almost $20 million in funding that partnered with over 700 households in South Louisville. This truly groundbreaking research determined that trees in neighborhoods improve human health by significantly reducing the likelihood of cardiac disease, cancer, and other serious illnesses. This research, well, it received international attention and is now informing the design of existing and future cities and neighborhoods across the globe. The university kicked off 2025 with a news conference to celebrate securing $24 million in funding to train the next generation of clinical researchers and double the size of its clinical trial initiative with U of L Health. With this funding, the Louisville Clinical and Translational Research Center, a statewide effort to find meaningful solutions that combat chronic diseases such as cardiac disease, strokes, and cancer, it will be established at U of L and will change the health and well-being of all of Kentucky for many years to come. This $24 million in funding is the single largest investment in clinical research in the university's history, and having this center places the University of Louisville School of Medicine in very elite company. Only one of every 3 med schools in the country enjoys this level of designation. As I hope these examples demonstrate, our research enterprise is on an amazing upward trajectory. Research expenditures set yet another record for 2024 at $188.4 million, an increase of almost 8% from the year before. Also a record. And we received nearly $67 million from the National Institutes of Health, another historic record. Local funding, well, that was also part of our story in 2024. Late last year, we were able to announce a $6.7 million grant from the Humana Foundation to expand the Humana Health Equity Research Center within the School of Public Health and Information Sciences. This most significant investment furthers the university's and the Humana Foundation's efforts to advance our shared priority of health equity and a focus to identify and develop scalable solutions to address it in Louisville, Kentucky, and across our nation. The university's Research Computing Initiative, another major priority in support of the research enterprise, is underway with an initial investment of $5 million toward much-needed infrastructure. After a national search that drew an incredible pool of candidates, Ritu Arora has been named Director of Research Computing to lead this initiative. She will start in March, so please stay tuned for many announcements about this mission-critical initiative we have here at U of L. As part of an initiative co-created by the university and the University of Louisville Foundation, U3 Advisors, a national firm that partners with anchor institutions such as universities and healthcare institutions, has completed its initial assessment to map the university's research efforts against current and emerging technological and scientific trends within industries. Industries that are here in Kentucky, but also looking beyond the border of the Commonwealth. The goal of this study is to identify key areas of intersection between the research we excel at as a university and industries that could be impacted by that research. Later this semester, this assessment will be shared with the entire campus community, and along with the research strategic plan, will inform the future of research for our university. Thanks to Dr. Klein and his team for all that they are doing to ensure that U of L is a research heavyweight, working to save and improve lives in the community throughout our Commonwealth as well as beyond. The university extended its impact across Kentucky in partnership with U of L Health through the expansion of the University Hospital in downtown Louisville and the establishment of a rural cancer center at South Hospital in Bullitt County. The Cancer Center was supported by the legislature and Governor Beshear with $25 million in funding this past session. And in 2024, we saw the School of Dentistry open a clinic in the Goodwill Opportunity Center campus in West Louisville. And the Brandeis School of Law launched an immigration law clinic at the Legal Aid Society building downtown. Our community impact is strong, and it is growing even stronger. On the athletic fields, boy, is it a good time to be a Cardinal. National runner-ups in volleyball, Sun Bowl champions for a football team that beat Clemson and UK on the road. The complete revival of the men's basketball program, and continued excellence for our women on the hardwood. Ranked and recognized swimming and diving programs. Well, I could just go on and on. Thank you to AD Josh Hurd, his leadership team, our coaches, staff, and of course, our amazing student athletes for all their achievements in the past year. I want to spend a few moments talking about some of the people who make the University of Louisville such an incredibly special place. Some of these people you may know, and others you may not. First of all, let's talk about our students. Student success is, of course, our top priority. This past year, 7 U of L students were named Fulbright Scholars and will participate in one of the most widely recognized and prestigious international exchange programs in the world. I want to recognize Medina Aslan, Julia Barclay, Beverly Granger, Olivia Hankey, Anna Hyland, Caitlin Purcell, and Abigail Stanger for continuing U of L's outstanding Fulbright tradition. Since 2001, U of L has produced 175 Fulbright Scholars, the most in all of Kentucky. Can we give the students a round of applause? Yes. And do you know Dr. Jennifer Bruckner-Collins? Dr. Bruckner-Collins joined our faculty in 2010 and is the Vice Chair for Educational Programs and a professor in the Department of Anatomical Sciences and Neurobiology in the School of Medicine. She was honored as the 2024 U of L Trustees Award winner for the extraordinary impact she has on her students' futures. And I'd like to introduce you to Angela Taylor. Angela is Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Assistant Dean of Students. In 2024, she was named recipient of the George J. Howe Distinguished Staff Award for the extraordinary impact that she has on the lives of students and for mirroring the humility, generosity, and excellence in leadership of the award's namesake, George Howe. Would I have Jennifer as well as Angela please rise so we can recognize them? These are just a few of the examples of the people who are part of the U of L community, who each and every day lift up the university and our community towards a very, very bright future. We value our people here at U of L, and our goal is to be an employer of choice that attracts, retains, and develops our outstanding faculty and staff colleagues. The recent work regarding comprehensive staff and faculty compensation studies was aimed at creating a foundation in this important area for the university. To date, the compensation study work for fiscal 2024 and 2025 resulted in an investment of almost $40 million in annual compensation for our employees, increased starting wage for regular full-time and part-time hourly staff to $15 an hour, and establish market equivalent job descriptions and market competitive salary ranges. The next priority, led by Provost Bradley with a representative committee, is to develop a faculty compensation strategy that includes a merit system. We all look forward to the furthering of this most important work. So what else is in store for 2025? In a word, plenty. The university will be embarking on the development of a new 5-year strategic plan this year. This important effort will be led by Provost Bradley and will guide our efforts as a university from 2026 to 2030. We plan to have many, many opportunities for faculty, staff, and students to provide their thoughts and their ideas during this process. So I encourage you to please get involved and please make sure that your voices are heard and are part of this most important process. Stability is another key theme for the U of L for 2025, and work is progressing to finalize our university leadership team. building on the considerable momentum that we saw during the winter break. As the fall semester ended, the university announced that after a highly competitive national search, Aaron LeMay will join us March 1st as the Executive Vice President for Finance and Administration and our Chief Financial Officer. Aaron has extensive experience in both the higher ed and healthcare sectors, and we all look forward to welcoming him and his family to campus and Card Nation. We have greatly benefited from the outstanding work done by Interim EVP for Finance, Charlie Peruse. Charlie, I want to make sure that I thank you for your leadership during this past year and greatly appreciate the work of your outstanding leadership team. Can we have a round of applause for Charlie? Late last year, I was also able to extend the contract of our tremendous athletic director, Josh Hurd, with the support of our Board of Trustees. And as you know, and as noted earlier, Josh is doing an amazing job leading our athletics department. And we look forward to having him being in this role for many years to come. And just yesterday, we announced that Dr. John Klein has accepted my offer to become the Executive Vice President for Research and Innovation after having served as an interim in that role for the last year. John will do an excellent job leading our research enterprise, including research development and administration, industry engagement, innovation, entrepreneurship, and the translation of university discoveries to commercialization and societal impact. We are nearing the end of a national search where we will select a Vice President of Philanthropy and Alumni Engagement, another role that is mission critical to the university and its future. So stay tuned there as well. 2025 will also have two more very important milestones. The launch of our Inclusive Excellence Strategic Plan, led by VP of Institutional Equity, Lee Gill, and his team, and the submission of our application for reaffirmation of our community-engaged university designation by the Carnegie Foundation. That effort is being led by Vice President Douglas Craddock and his team in the Office of Community Engagement. And hot off the press, just last Friday, the U of L Foundation closed on the purchase of the Cardinal Center property at 4th and Cardinal, right by the Ville Grill. Everybody know where that is? Yeah. This is a strategically important piece of real estate, and we are excited of what we can do with that. We plan to tear down the strip mall that's there right now and replace it with green space. Then we will work to quickly determine the best permanent use of that space. And given the fact that it's in the Residence Hall District, that will be our first priority to consider. I am so proud of all that is happening right now at the University of Louisville, and I hope that all of you are as well. Do we have major momentum? In one word, from my perspective, heck yes. I think that you will agree that there is no better time to be a Cardinal. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for supporting each other, and thank you for supporting our most amazing students. And always, always remember, go Cards. Thank you, everyone.